Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's start first with the distribution of the special social relief of distress grants. What was the issue going into the particular meetings and what was resolved?
Thank you. Good morning, and good morning to your viewers at home. The particular issue was just the management of the queues. You would have noticed that in most post offices, there is a long queue of people waiting for the social relief grant, and that the lack of communication thereof, that was the main issue. And there was an indication at the beginning, just at the beginning of what we know now as level 3, that SMSs should be sent to people. This was done. So you'll be advised as a recipient of a social grant that go to the post office on this day. But still, you find long queues in these post offices. So that was the main problem. That was the first problem. The second problem was just actual allocation of resources within the post offices around the country in order to advise people when it comes to their social grant relief.
Now, another focus was on the status of disciplinary process on senior executives. That may seem to be taking a long time to conclude. And also some of these executives, I'm sure, are still receiving pay. What is the status?
There are the executives that have been on suspension since 2019. So there have been concerns, as you're correctly saying, that it's taking too long. The disciplinary processes that is being followed. And even today, we just know that the process is still ongoing. And yes, the executives are still being paid since November 2019. And as you can see, we are going to September, and there is no finality to the matter.
Wouldn't the minister want to push for finality? I mean, the post office has recorded a loss of over 1 billion rand. You can't have executives sitting at home receiving pay for such a long time without contributing to the post office.
Agreed. Actually, in her responsibility as ensuring that oversight over the South African Post Office, Minister wants those disciplinary actions to be finalized as soon as possible, of course, following due process. However, there seems to be long, protracted disciplinary actions that are happening at the post office. And you can imagine, these are very high-level ranking officials. It's not just any other executives. Those are the executives that are responsible for the running of the programs that the South African Post Office is currently involved in.
I'm wondering, can you respond to this? Because the former chair, Colin Makubele, has accused Communications Minister, your minister, of abusing her powers and acting unconstitutionally. This is in court papers filed in Pretoria. Can you comment on that?
Unfortunately, as you would know, at this point, we received the papers on Thursday. And so this matter is still sub judice, and up until we appear in court, then the minister will respond accordingly through an affidavit. We do not want to preempt the court process that Ms. Makubela has initiated, so that is how we are going to take it forward. Minister is going to respond through her affidavit.
Okay. You also were focusing on digitization of the post office and post bank as well, some of those services. When you look at the post office and some of the people that it serves, or, the post bank itself is supposed to be there maybe for those who were the unbanked in the past. Would digitization assist them?
Actually, yes. That's what especially the post bank is driving at this particular point, that it wants to attract those that are unbanked in South Africa, and the best way to do that is to ensure that its systems are the most relevant systems under today's circumstances. You would appreciate that that anyone's digitization strategy has been disturbed by the pandemic, but their plans, they just had to align them due to what is happening with the pandemic. So there is that program that they are running, and it is underway, and it's something that we are watching very closely.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for joining us this morning. Communications and Digital Technologies Director General Nomvuyiso Batyi, they're talking to us about the meetings held by her minister with the Post Office, South African Post Office and the Post Bank.